Now by 2, and they've worked very hard for this. It should get them across the line at the end of the match, we'll see.
Hello people, and welcome to the first of many in our Rangers career mode episodes. We together are going to go on a journey to buy, sell, grow and build a team to dominate Europe. Our first goal though is to conquer Scotland. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day, and we're going for the elusive 55. We're going to try and do it with our youth and the players we have. All players I buy will come from you, the people I feel have been interacting in the comments most, and Twitter will go in the top people section. Hopefully you enjoy, and if you do, smash the like button and sub to be one of the people. So, as you can see, we've got our manager looking all suave, and we're going to pick what tournament we're going to go into. So we're going to go for the one that I feel would be the most exciting games as well as good money. And then now we're going to have a wee look at the squad hub and see all the players that are at our disposal, since it's a new fancy looking thing in the game. So here we are before we look at the teams on the squad hub. This is a new thing they've added into FIFA. You get to see all their stats, everything on the side as usual. But you also get to see the players standing there. It's a lot more aesthetic pleasing, you can see. And I like it a lot actually. For example, you've got Liam Kelly, Jack Anik. So out of our 3 goalies, Ferdinand's going to be the main starter. I might play Anik in some of the cup games, probably will, and Liam Kelly will just kind of sit in the background. I might even loan him out, but his contract's expiring 12 months, so I'm not even sure about that. Then we go to right backs. Tav's obviously the starter. Hodson's a good wee player, but only if Tav gets injured can I see Hodson ever getting into the team. Then going to the centre backs, we've got 4. Bruno Alves, Cardozo are going to be our 2 main players, with, although Wilson's important, Bates going to move in ahead of him, and hopefully we're going to train Bates up and get him as a first team player. He's got all the height you would want. He's not very attacking, medium defensive work rate, so he's going to defend for you. I'm going to sign him a new contract as well, and hopefully we can get him here for a couple of years and get him built right up. Wilson, as I said, will not be playing too much, maybe here and there in cup games, because I don't mind him, I just don't think he's going to go far. Then we have our 3 left backs. You've got Wallace. Wallace is the captain, but he's not going to be playing a lot for me, or he'll be playing often, but not all the time, because I want to start bringing through Miles Bierman. John's going to be playing a lot as well, since I've got him on loan, so I want to try and use him to his advantage. He's a cracking player, but he's the player I want to bring through. I think he could be brilliant for us, so I'm going to focus on him and see how I can do with him. I'm going to train him up like mad. Then we go to the midfield positions, more specifically CDM. Rossiter, as we know, is always injured. Hopefully he isn't as bad in this game, but he's going to be focusing on getting trained, and I'm going to try and build him as much as I can, especially considering he's got a real face. I love players that have real faces. That's what I'm going to try and bring in, a lot of players that have real faces as well. But he's going to be playing second card to Ryan Jack, who's a lot more finished article than now. He'll be great for the team, I think, and I'm looking forward to playing with him. Then we've got Serge Atakai, who I'm really looking forward to using. Has that special something. Wee short, quick guy, but youth, and as I said, this career, I want to focus a lot more on youth. I want to try and get the youth through. We don't have a lot of money at Rangers, so I only want to buy players for what I have. I want to focus on the youth and keep it realistic, because we've brought through some good players now, and I want to keep bringing through more. Then you've got Dalcio. Might make an appearance, maybe. Maybe more just a wee joke at some games, last 10 minutes as a wee laugh, because I don't really rate him at all. But you never know, he could be injured and end up a hero of the series, we'll see. Then we've got Aaron Lemaine. He's one of my actual highest rated videos, if not my highest, I'm sure at this point. But this lad is a good wee player, and I want to get the most out of him. I think he could be great for us. Very quick, and I want to see how I can use him. Then looking at another strong right mid, who will be the starting right mid out of all of them, Daniel Candeias. He's got a really good rating this year as well, and you can see in the pitch he's very good at crossing. I'm going to be focusing on getting the whip balls in and try to play it, and he's going to be in a more attacking role than normal when he plays the 3-4-3. He's going to be right wing, so he doesn't have to work on defensive duties as much and can put all his energy into attacking, so I'm looking forward to that. Pena, he's not in a lot of my teams and anything like that, to be honest. I like him, and I will be using him. He'll be getting a shot. I've still to play the pre-season tournament, which I'm going to try everyone out, all the youth. And even if the guy's 59 rated, if he plays great through the tournament, he's starting. So he might have a shot, it might be great. Then we've got Cranshar, who I think I might look to move on. He's getting a bit older now, and he's not going to do much for us, although he's good rated. We've got other players just the same in there. So I can see him moving on. Then we've got Burjonas. I'm looking forward to him as well, another youth player. What to bring up, solid midfielder. Not got a high rating, but he can work on it. Even if he ends up just a good squad player, I'm happy to work with him and try and get him. He won't get as much trained as the others, but he'll get game time. Then you've got Graham Dorns. He's going to be kind of controlling the midfield, another game face. And he's solid. He's nothing special. He's not going to win a game for you, but he's in there and he's going to be getting about it, so I'm happy with that. Then we've got Jason Holt. This wee guy's got the heart of a lion. Sadly, he's not that great a player, but we'll see how he goes, and I hope to get him in, to be honest. Look, I don't want to get rid of him, but he's not going to play a lot, so if I can keep him happy with just a couple of games here and there, then I'll be well chuffed. He's got all those work rates. He's lit, a wee Scottish canty. Then we've got Windass. He'll be staying and hopefully becomes one of our main players. Look at that hairdo in the game, that's cracking. But as you can tell, very attacking player, high attacking work rate. He's classed as rotation, but he'll be playing a lot more than that. And I'm going to try and use his speed and his ball control and see how good I can get him to go. And I really look forward to him. I think I could get him into 75, 76 maybe if I train him right. Then we've got our two loanees. Might play with him when they come back, but O'Halloran will probably be shipped off. I've always been a fan of Forrester, so I'll need to see how he goes. Look at his fake tan. Oh man, I know the boy likes to go for a fake tan, but he doesn't look like that. I hope anyway, I've not seen him since he moved down there. But anyway, on to strikers. Herrera, another game face. Good player, strong player. He'll be playing in my 4-4-2 formation as the main target man, but when we go to 4-4-3, this man's going to take control. Alfredo Morelos, strong, bulky, wee player, great potential. Can hit hit about 83, I'm sure, but I'm sure I can get him past that again with some good training and a lot of faith in him, because he's 21 years old and he's going to do work. Then Miller. He was great for his last season, and it looks like he's retiring at the end of this season, so I'll keep him around and maybe see what I can do with him. Maybe give him a couple of wee games here and there, maybe cup games, give him the wee captain's armband, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know how I feel now. He's in a bit of a spat with the dressing room, but in this, he's not done anything wrong, so we'll see how he does. Ryan Hardy, I'm going to send out on loan. He is a good player with a lot of future, but he's not really someone I'm addicted to. I don't think he's that great. He's died away over the couple of years because he's not really had a shot. Dodo, when he comes back, we'll be getting a shot. I like Dodo. I think he's got a good wee bit of potential about him, and he's got a good finish for someone who was mainly relied on for his pace. So I'm looking forward to him coming back and see how he goes. This is the basic tactic, but I've got another tactic I want to try out as well. So in goals, as always, we've got Foderingham because he's solid. Then left back, I've got John, but I'm actually want to start using Bierman a lot more, to be fair, because he's got really good potential in this game and I quite like him, so he could be good, fun to play with. Then your two centre backs, you've got Cardozo and Alves, but again, there's no McCrory sadly, but I'd like to try and get Bates in that in as well and try and use them. Then right back Tavernier, he's solid in this game. Then Jack playing defensively and Don's playing kind of, not attacking, but more attacking than Jack anyway. With Windass in the wing, Candeas on the opposite wing, Morelos just in behind running onto the balls that are brought down by the target man Herrera. Kind of like the Rangers that are playing now pretty much. And then we have the other tactic, which is the one I'm trying to get. It's more like 5 at the back, but it's a 3-4-3 because the fullbacks are going to be so attacking. It's like they're playing in midfield as well. So Foderingham in goals as usual. Then we've got Alves and Cardozo, and then Bates coming in. It would be McCrory, but he's not there, so Bates going to come in as the youngster that I want to bring through. Then left wing back or left mid, we have John, who will be getting replaced with Bierman every now and then. Over the pre-season tournament, I'm going to try out everyone and see what I like before the first game, even all the youngsters. I'm looking forward to using Serge Atakai as well. Then right wing back, right mid, we have Tavernier, who's always been a better attacker than as defender. Two centre mids are the same, only both of them are a bit more sitting this time. Candeas outright, he's good, strong quick player. He's going to do a lot of job for us. Windass I'm looking forward to using this year because he's actually had an upgrade, and I just want to see him. I think he could do work in this league. And then up top we have Morelos, since he's the best player, but if you stick Herrera in there as well, I think he could do a job, especially being more of a target man, although this role I've got him set is a false 9. But this is the team just now. We're still going to look to bring players in. I've looked at all the different players you've suggested, and I've set up a big shortlist, and we're going to go through them all. And then I'll pick out a couple players I want to target first, and then I'll ask you and see what you want as well. See who you like. Right, so we'll move on to that. Now, as you can see in the top right corner, the top people this week, they're the ones that have helped create this shortlist, because on Reddit and Twitter and all that, I've asked out who should I try and sign for my Rangers career mode. I want players that fit the theme that I'm going for, with the style and the 3-4-3, all that kind of stuff. And together they've all managed to make up. There's a couple of players that I need to buy later on, but they've managed to make up some good players. So first of all, we have a player who we're going to look at in the future after his loan, and this player's Matthew Kennedy. He's currently loaned out to Plymouth, but he is a Cardiff player. He's a young Scot, which matches our philosophy, along with the fact that he's a pacey winger who can give competition to all the other youngsters coming through. This suggestion is actually from a commenter called Columbus Crew 96. He is also given his name, which is quite fittingly suggested him, who also happens to have a real life face, so that's always great. And then after that, we're going to look at the players that Ryan RFC 1873. He did work, to be fair to the boy. He went through and searched loads. So one of the first players he rated was Adarabioyo, or however it's pronounced. Someone in the comments tell me how it's pronounced, so I don't look like Fanny, but now we're just going to call him Ada. So Ada's a really strong centre-back who would take Bates' place and be really dominant. Big, tall, strong player. He's exactly what you're wanting, so that's a brilliant shout for him. Just hopefully I have the finances to get him. And then looking at other players that we'll need to get later on after the loans, we have Rui Pedro. And this guy looks like a great wee player. He's only 19, Portuguese, fits the same theme, kind of players that Pedro would go for, so why not? Suits him. And the other one is Gelson Dalla, who has just joined, so I need to wait a bit on him as well. But again, fits the theme, playing the Portuguese league, got ties to where Pedro came from. We're trying to follow the same route. Young, quick, strong player. And then after doing Ada, he also recommended him, Pablo Maffeo, who, although he's out on loan now, is a cracking player as well. We'll need to get him later, so a lot of these players are going to be January buys, but quite a lot I'm looking at them now just for taking on. So if we look over them now, a lot of them I've picked because they fit our theme, but they also have player faces, which is always great. So you've got Arfield, who I would actually play more of a centre mid role, maybe where Dorns is playing, rather than a winger, because he's not that quick, but he's got Premier League level stats, and supposedly he's only worth about 2 million, 3 million, so he's the same as Pena, so he could be a great buy for us. Then the next one here is linked with us in real life, and as you can see, we could only get him for like 2 million, that'd be a great wee buy. We are looking to get him in real life, and supposedly are looking to go in January, so I might just do the same and save up. Then we have Andre Pedrosa, who is recently just moved, so he's going to be another January buy, but again, Portuguese, young, fits the theme. Now this guy was commented, and the guy that commented is up top right, and what a genius he was. This guy could dominate in the wing. Look, see that right wing back role? Perfect, very attacking, very strong, very quick, and he can play multiple roles, so he's really a good utility player. Then taking Herrera's role, but going down a more young Scottish route, we have Oliver McBurney, who is a big Rangers fan in real life, so that's what drew me to him. That and the fact that he's got a real face. But he's a big Rangers fan, and what more can you want? Big, tall, strong Rangers fan that's going to play the exact same role as Herrera, only he's going to do it for a lot more years. It might be worth getting him, I quite like the look of him. Then we've got another Aberdeen player. This guy's more of the heartbeat in midfield, and although we have Jack, if we're going to play the two defensive midfielders in the 3-4-3, then he might suit. We could just steal Aberdeen's midfield and just keep him in there, perfect. And back to Kikuta Mane, this guy is really quick supposedly, look, really quick. and I'm waiting on the scouts to get back, but I'm looking forward to him, and look how small his release clause is, so if we have to pay it, we can, but I think I could get him even cheaper. Then we have Dwyer, who, I don't know where I found him, I just saw a random comment and I thought it's worth sticking in if people are commenting it, so there's quite a few for America commenting, but again he's got a real face as well, so that's always nice, and it looks like I'm going to have to get the release clause to get him, same as it says with Manny, but I don't always think that's necessary, but if I do, maybe won't go for him, I don't think. Then we've got Jack Harrison. This guy is great, and I'm pretty sure I'll have to pay his release cost to get him, so I don't think he's going to be viable now, but it's worth a shot. But he is coming through mad, he's got a real face, and he would set our league alight, that's for sure, so I want to get him if I can. And then the last one is Ivan Balliu, who, good wee player, solid. I would prefer to get Maffeo in January or Zambia. Zambia's the one I really want, to be fair, but if I can't get them, I think I'll look at Balliu and see how it goes. But I'm going to put some bids in and let's see how it goes. So the first one we're going to put a bid in for would be Zambia, but I need to wait on all the scouts come back. So once they come back, we'll move on and we'll have a look at it. So off we go with the first game of our whole career. We're going to be playing Spal, an Italian side. We're going to stick with we're going to start with the 3-4-3 or 5-2-3, but I prefer 3-4-3. So, as you can tell, this whole tournament's been played at the San Siro, which is a little annoying because I don't like how its shading works on the pitch, but let's see how the team goes and let's see how we start. There's Morelos starting off up top. So we start with Spal on the attack as they've moved the ball up the pitch nicely. They're actually a good wee pass inside this, and so they get the ball, attempt to whip it in, and Fordham could easily catch it but decides to punch it, so Candeas is now going to clear it. Candeas plays it into Dorns, who manages to fight by that, and he fights by again. Great aggression to keep going, but he doesn't have the legs, lays it off. Candeas uses the legs he's got, fresh, keeps running, takes a turn out right and whips it in, and Morelos scores! Typical from Morelos, starting just exactly how he had started in real life, scoring like a madman. It wasn't a great finish, but it doesn't matter. Great positioning, got himself in the right position and put it into the net. Good to see the team all getting together for the first goal. And as you can tell for this game, Bruno Alves is captain. But lovely wee run here from Candeas, lovely drill across, and Morelos positions himself just in front of the defender to get it. But then we're going to start the game with Jack intercepting the ball and laying it. Morelos laying it through to Windass. Windass using his legs, running through, and can he finish? And he can. Great finish from Windass. He's not really known for his finishing, but that was a great finish. And then he gets up and cheers to the fans, and you can hear him cheer. Must have been some shout in the San Siro. He's got some hair doing this. He looks like some Japanese anime character with that hair too. But lovely lay through from Morelos. He's been in everything this game so far. Windass runs through and just slots it in. Great finish and exactly what you're needing to start the game. So we've now, this is the last goal for half time. At half time we make every change possible except one, Wallace. Even Annex came on the pitch, but just before it Fabio Cardoso gets yellow carded. But I thought I'd mention these in case you thought it looked a little different. So as you can tell, Rosa and that are all playing now. So they start the game with a little chance, chip it over, good shot, and then they're attacking. They ran the start of the game and they got a deserved goal. From 45 minutes to 75 minutes, they completely controlled the game, which is a little annoying, but we'll have to get used to it. So what we did is we used our changes, we played them. Tavernier's run down the wing here, great play, lays it in, and Carlos Pena gets his first goal for the club. Pena feels as slow as he looks in real life in this game. Tavernier is a great wee runner down the wing. See, passing back and forward, brilliant. I would heavily advise using him. So as you can see, the crowd cheering everything, and that'll be the end of our first wee game. It was not incredibly eventful, but it's a good solid win, good to get the points and good to see the team all blending. So the formation felt quite good, we felt strong at the back besides losing the one goal. So here we can see we've actually managed to get an offer for Danny Wilson. I know I said I wasn't going to sell him, but after I looked over it I thought, I don't know, he's not going to get started, and if I'm going to bring in a new younger centre back then it could be worth just getting $1 million for him, and by the looks of it I think I might be able to get $1 million for him because he's worth 950. They're offering less, but let's see. There's Cardozo in the back. So I love these new cutscenes. I know everyone's shown them in them already, but you know, you've got to show them. It adds a lot of realism, and I love it. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask how much we actually want for him. So I am wanting $1 million on the dot. Let's see if they'll do it. Oh, no, they're not willing to pay it. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to be hard, because we're not going to let ourselves get pushed around, and we're going to put it up to 900. Then we're going to add a sell-on clause. So we're going to take 5%. Nothing major, just a wee bit. Just so that if he sells them on for good money, or if he turns out better than we thought, then we can always get a wee bit back for it, since we're losing out a wee bit by not getting the $1 million. But let's see how it goes. You're not going to get him for that. So what we need to do is we need to be strong, and we're going to reject it. Someone else will come and get him. So the Ronald Koeman lookalike can storm out the room, and we'll be all chuffed. Oh, I look dead sad. But we're not going to let ourselves get pushed over. We need to be strong, and we need to decide who we're going to get. So hope to sell him for $1 million, and I think someone will come in for him, that's for sure. Here we go, people, into our second game against Legia Warsaw. So I didn't manage to show you the lineup, so I'm going to show you it now. So as you can tell, we're playing our 4-4-2 in this game. We're going to play Morelos up top with Pena just sitting in behind, and then we're going to try the two wee younger wingers in the main and a Takai in the wings. So they get started with a wee run down the wing. No one's tackling, they're just moving in, and it's an easy goal. Terrible start. 3 minutes in and they just walked straight through us. It's not good enough. Then straight after it, they're in the attack again. 11 minutes, cross. They're just beating us down that wing all the time. Left back's not performing good enough, but we decide to get ourselves on the attack. We run down the wing. The main's pace is great in this game. He decides to get across, he tries to shoot. And it's a great save from the goalkeeper. But immediately into a corner. Corner whipped in. Morelos scores! Typical for Morelos, just scoring, scoring, scoring. He just knows how to find the goal in this game, genuinely. He's brilliant. And then you have him cheering. His same celebration keeps going up to these stands. But we need to watch out for the back. Look at all the fans cheering. Straight through again. Morelos gets the ball again. Oh, he loses it, but he gets it back and scores. And that's how you fight for a goal. That's not talent. That's just determination. Loses it, bounces off the point, wins it back. But then we have Warsaw running through us again. Easy enough. No one can catch him. Drills it into the top netting. So, going to make a wee sub here. Atakai's played well, but we're going to try and change it up a bit with Windass. Had a bit more power. So, here we have a corner. We're going to whip it in again, as usual. And Morelos gets to a header again. What a header! It's the exact same carbon copy of the first one. Brilliant. And there he is, just celebrating. As per. That's a hat-trick for him this game, I think. Oh! Who touched it? You couldn't see a touch at all. Watched the replays and everything, you couldn't see a touch. But it's been given to Gulamir. But, continuing on, Warsaw continue to kind of control the game. But we need to try and make something of it. We've got to try and defend. So here they go again, they're pushing through. Gets the ball out wide, cuts in, completely takes him out of the game. Has a shot. Brilliant save from Fodringham. That Chukwu has been really, really difficult to defend this game. So they have a corner here, they cross it in. Bounces down. Oh, they keep coming close. They're going to break through eventually unless we solidify. So we've got Fodringham with the ball. Clears it outright. Taverniers running with the ball. What was that? They didn't even get touched, they just dived. But here we go, Warsaw take the ball. Gets the ball. He's going to whip it in. He decides to just drill it across, and it's a lovely goal. Bottom corner, and it just... Typical defending's been really poor in this 4-4-2. I don't know why, but the 3/5 at the back seems a lot more solid. But we're going to try and nick a wee goal here. Gets to Dorns, Dorns opens! Straight off the goalkeeper. He needs to put that in a corner, that is really poor. But here we have a last chance saloon. Cross in, goalkeeper's up Mivrin. See if we can get another goal for a header. Straight into the goalie's hands, and that'll be the end of it. This is going to be our first loss. I don't feel as bad, it's a friendly tournament, so you expect no to win. every game if you're trying out different players, but I'd like to have had a 100% record in the friendly tournament. But as you can tell, that's the end of the game. It's a wee loss for us, but we just need to move on. We've tried a couple of players and found a nice wee gem in the main. We'll try him next game. So looking at the objectives this year, we've got to gain 8.8 million earnings from shirt sales within a season, and we're already at 71%, thanks to probably Morelos doing work, but we'll check that. So youth development is low. Grow one youth academy player by at least 5 overall points. As soon as they have grown, play them in 5 matches, either as part of the starting 11 or coming in as a sub. So I'm cool to do that. I'm all about the youth. So then, as we've seen already, brand exposure is quite high. We want to get a lot of shirt sales, so read that. Continental success, we're not in Europe, so that's low. Domestic success, we want to achieve a high finish. I can do that this year. I'm positive of that, if not win it. Reach quarterfinal Scottish Cup, also could do that. I will be playing more of a backup team in the Scottish Cup until the later rounds. And then within 2 seasons, win the league title, so I feel like I could do that too. Then financially, reduce players' wages by 22,000 a week. Well, that's great because I've just bought some for 9k, but it's low priority, so I'll kind of focus on it, but not really. The main thing's going to be domestically. But let's go have a look at our finances, see who's the shirt sales are. Oh, high selling shirts. None of them. It's Alves, Cardozo and Candeias. Surprised at that. What about before? Aye, they're all the same. It's the same ones. Okay, I take it back. It's no Morelos. So here we go. Going to play our 3rd and final game of the episode. It's going to be against Udinese, who we all know are quite a strong team in Italy. They're not as good as they used to be, but they're still a good strong team, and they'll cause us problems. So what we need to do is we need to come out in force and attempt to wrestle the game off them. It should be quite a difficult tie, but if we play well, it should be good. So here we go with a corner. As you know, we've been quite good for corners so far. Ryan Jack plays it to Dalcio, who I'm giving a shot this game, by the way. So in the main run with the ball, he earned a spot for the last game. Morelos staying in as usual, and Bruno Alves is unlucky with a wee shot there. But yeah, we're back to the 3-4-3 with the main playing right and Dalcio playing left, Morelos up top. Then you've got the general midfield and your general defence. We're wanting to try out a couple of new attackers here and there. The only difference is Dorms has been replaced with Rosita. But it's good. I wanted to try new players out since it is a friendly tournament, and as you can tell, it's been worth its buck trying to stick the main in there. He earned it last game, and he's proven it this game. 2 goals, 2 great wee goals. With just loads of drive and loads of time to get himself in the right spot at the right time. So, massive choice to bring him in, and I'm really proud that we're doing it. But, now that we've hit 57 minutes, it's been a dead game. There's only been 2 or 3 chances, but I want to give Candeias a wee shot and get my runabout again before the start of the season, so I thought I'd take the main off, give him a wee rest. So here we can see Udinese on the attack, whips the ball in. Bruno wins the ball, but just sort of passes it straight out. But no EA, this is how you do a close-up. Look at that.
I don't think the keeper will want to look at
Beautiful.
this too many times because it's
but,
middle of the goal.
as I said, second goal, that's the second goal. And EA just being EA. So we clear the corner and the ball goes to Bierman, and what a run this is. Watch this. Flicks it straight over the first man, keeps running. It's not incredibly quick, but he's got just enough legs to get by. Keeps running, straight through and goal, easy finish. And he hits the post and wide. He probably should have thought about squaring that in the end. But here we go, Bierman again. Since he came on, I brought him on playing left mid. He has been solid. Brilliant drop down in Herrera. And that is beautiful football. Bierman again, centre point here. It's been a great attacking play for us this game. Crossed it in. Candeias, who isn't actually that tall. Brilliant knockdown. And Herrera, brilliant drill into the bottom corner. Caught it on a half volley. He's got really good finishing this year by the looks of it. Solid. Right into the corner. Even Meg's the boy. Brilliant. So here we go again with Udinese. Crossing it in. All this just sums up their game, this whole game. They're trying their hardest, trying to create anything, but nothing's happening. But here we go, they're through. He opens the ball and it's straight through, straight into his foot. And it's a lovely finish. But it's offside. Good movement for the defence to step forward and keep it up. So we continue on with the game. Play it. Lovely cross with Candeias, but Bierman just doesn't have the height to beat the boy. But that'll be the end of the game. And that's a very solid third game, brings us back
As a
round
match,
and
it
gets
was
us
rather
through to the
one-sided.
semi-final. Alright guys, so now that we've finished our games, so all our group games, we've went well, 1-2, lost 1. So we're through, and now we've got Dynamo Moscow in the semi-final, and we're hopefully heading to the final. But that game will be played next episode, and the final will be played next episode. But to round you off, I don't want to just leave you on just games. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in for Big Ada. 19, 6'5", good value, cheap wage. I'll probably get him for about 9k, and he's got a real face. It's better than that. So big 6'5", he would dominate in the air just like Alves, and that's what you're wanting. So let's go right in for him and see how we can do. So hopefully we're going to get a wee glimpse of Pep Guardiola. Oh, we do. Oh, look at that real face. I wish I could change your real face, but you can't. You just have to deal with it. He's got big Bruno Alves sitting up at the back. So let's start with original offer. I think we're just going to go match current value and see what we can get for it. So, because he's young, but it doesn't look like he's a big prospect for them. But for me, he could be great. So we're going to stick with 625k, and let's see how it goes. Oh, he's wanting 640 sadly, but that's not that bad, so I'm happy to take that. So Pep keeps it short and sweet, knows how to do the business. This is chump change to him, the money we're spending, so he's happy to take it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go see his player face in game while we talk to him. So let's see how it goes. It's great to have you both here. Yep, you're right. Generic manager and player face play. I'll take sporadic. I was actually going to offer rotation, but if I don't even know you anymore, then I'm happy to do it. Big Ada doesn't have as much hope in himself as Ada, but 19, 6'3" rated is great. He's like Bierman. Bierman's already up to 64 with training, and that's only after 3 games, so he's going to be great for us. Now, length of contract, I'm thinking 4 years. He's a youth prospect, so you're wanting him for a while. You don't want him 2 years, get him good, and then he disappears to somewhere. So let's see how this goes. Oh no, not 2 years, but I'll see if I can get you for 3. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, that's fine. 3 years is in the middle, that's fine. Then you're not wanting a release clause because you don't want a chance of someone nicking them away for you. So wage, I'm going to offer him, he's on 7k, so I will offer him not 600k, that's for sure. I will offer 8, I'll give him 8 and a signing bonus of 60. Let's see how that goes. Well, he seems happy with it, so we need to see how it goes. See if the agent's a bit more of a dick. Yep, the agent's a bit more of a dick. But he took down the wage and put up signing bonus, so I'm losing out a bit of money, but no, actually that bad. Really happy to take that. That's nothing. It's good to have the big boy in the team now then. Sorted. First deal of the career done. Going to have to look at other players. See, Arfield seems like a great buy, but he's only 73 rated, and look at that wage. It's just, oh, I want the player face and I want the player, but the wage is a bit too high. So I need you commenting down below for me and doing the work as usual and try to get me more signings that I can add to this list and try and get in. But just before we go, we're going to go to the squad hub and we're going to have a look at our new signing before we leave. There he is, all in blue. Thanks for watching, guys, and be sure to look back in the next one, like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and look for the next episode for the next games. I'll catch you after.